Hello, this is my very first broadcast, my very first live stream of a 2NL game on CoinPoker. This is a brand new account. I have just opened it, credited it, and now I'm jumping into the action. So if a few things are a bit rusty, please apologize, because I'm still struggling to find my way here. But we are on, and that is a good sign. So at the moment I've got 5 tables open, but I'm actually on the waiting list for a few of them. So I'm only really into 3 games at the moment. And we've got pocket kings on the top right. And let's see, down here we have a 7 going to go to 6 big blinds here over a limper. So, and we do get this one in. And here we have the raise to 5, so we can go to something like 19 big blinds with our pocket kings. So yeah, I'm quite curious because I've heard a lot of good things about CoinPoker, that the game is pretty soft. And if that is the case, then that would be pretty good news, because I'm trying to build up a bankroll here. So this is like the first installment of a long series, hopefully, of trying to grind up a bankroll at 2NL and then maybe a few bigger stakes. Okay, so here we're getting min clicked. Definitely have to call my Jack 10, even though min click is not great. Obviously checking to the aggressor. And we have middle pair. Let's see what he does. He goes with almost a half pot bet. I think nothing else to do than to call this one. The queen should hopefully slow him down a bit, which it does. So now the question is whether I try to go for tiny value. I think maybe an ace high could call me if I go something like 4 big blinds. And he folds. So, yep, that's decent outcome. We have 8-7 here, which we can fold. So the nice thing about this is, like, if you have followed my streams before, I used to stream Zoom games on PokerStars, and they had the advantage that I got to play a lot more hands, but they had the disadvantage that I could never really talk much about them, about the hands there, because I was just too busy folding pretty much, or just having all sorts of decisions. And here it should be much nicer, because I will be able to talk a lot more about the hands that I'm playing, that I'm folding, and so on. And that should be a good thing, but we'll see how this develops. I'm planning to do this for a long time. Right, where are we? Okay, the ace 10, and we definitely want to raise this one. Oh, I have ace king, definitely want to raise this one as well. So yeah, you can probably tell that I'm still struggling a little bit here with all the buttons and everything that's going on, but we'll get there. I will get more used to all this. Okay, this guy here on the top where I open my ace 10, he now 3-bet again. 3-bet quite small once again, which is a bit annoying, but my ace 10 off, I think I will now just fold. This is close. It's very close, but there is a cold caller in between there who is quite short stacked, and with ace 10 off, that's just not that great of a hand to continue. Had there not been the cold caller, I would have considered calling with ace-10 off, simply because he only made it 8 big blinds. So normally in the small blind, he should make it something like 11 big blinds. And if he goes that small, that's usually a sign that he's not a great player. Okay, where are we here? What's that? Folding. Yeah, I'm gonna fold my queen deuce off. 8-5 suited is also a fold. Okay, we're in the big blind here on the bottom right, and the small blind here bottom left, where I will just fold, obviously. And the ace-3 off will probably also be a fold, depending on the action. But there is a raise to 3 big blinds on the button, definitely folding this one. And here on the left, I'm on the button and definitely folding as well. Ace deuce suited in the small blind. Got an ace on every table at the moment. But ace-6 in the cutoff is still a fold. Whereas here I can definitely open it. The ace deuce suited in the small blind after everyone folded. And we're getting 3-bet, which is not great. These stakes, and here I am going to raise this, but not quite that much, more like 12.5. And here I am going to call the ace-2 suited. I know it's a bit of a loose one, but still think it's just about okay. When he goes half pot now, I think I do have to fold, unfortunately. Right, and we are now getting 4-bet, which is not great either, but I still think for this price I do have to call my ace-3 suited. Oh yeah, because he was all in. I didn't even see that he was so short stacked there. So that was my mistake. I would not have 3-bet there, but that's the problem here. It's an unfamiliar side so far for me, and even though the games do seem to be really good, I need some time to adapt to all of this. Where are we? Here on the left, I can fold. Yeah, so still only 3 tables running for me. I have 2 more where I'm on the waiting list. But we'll get there. Okay, I'm getting a notification here that my computer is running hot. Yeah, so the first mistake of the day has been made by me when I 3-bet the ace-3 suited and then got 4-bet jammed, and then I had to call because of the price, but I made the mistake obviously to 3-bet in that spot. And the reason why I 3-bet there, I forgot to say that actually earlier, the reason why I 3-bet is such an amazing because the button raised to 2 big blinds, and that's normally a very good exploit to take when someone raises to 2 big blinds on the button, that's almost always a weak hand. Now sometimes they will just trap there, or they will just have hands that they will not give up with, but normally I like to over 3-bet in that spot when someone makes it 2 big blinds, because most of the time, as I say, it's a rather weak open. So ace queen on the bottom right, and we can open this one to 2.5x. I was going to open it to 2.25x, but because we're playing 2NL, that's not an option. They don't have quarters there. Right, on the left bottom, ace-6 off is a fold, especially against such a big raise. Here, king, queen, deuce, out of position, definitely starting with a check. And here on the left, as I said, fold. Starting with a check, it's a check call if he bets, obviously. And he checks again as well. I mean, no reason for me to bet still. I have second pair top kicker, but I don't think I can get 2 streets of value. So I'll leave it up to him. And now that he has declined twice, I'm definitely going to bet, and this bet will be 2/3. Or can I go slightly bigger? I can go slightly bigger, 4.5 big blinds. And I thought if he had a weaker queen or pocket nines or so, there would still be a good chance for him to call. Right, we are 7-handed. I have king jack off. This is just about a raise, but really just about. This is probably not even that profitable. I think in GTO terms, with this rake structure, it would probably be sorry, where are we? Here we are. It would be kind of like break even at best, but I do think that I have an edge over these players, hopefully at least. And yeah, look at this. We are up on 4 tables. That's great. So let's see if we can do some damage now. We have a6, which I'm happily going to open. And here 9-6 is a fold. King 8 off. We have in the big blind, and we're getting a walk. Yes. Excellent. Yeah, so the table in the upper right, I don't know why, but it's not really picking up any new players. Here on the left, we have to fold. And sadly, with not much action with ace-king. So if you guys are watching this, if you happen to be on CoinPoker, then please feel free to come and join me. I will do some more of these watch parties and things like that, or I don't know how they're called, watch parties, whatever it is, like with the term, for when I play with people, and would be nice if you could join. That's always real fun. Here I am in position, but this is a pretty awful board. I'm still gonna 3-bet this one. Well, a 3-bet c-bet, but it didn't quite work out. sadly. So I just checked. Yeah, still trying to figure out all the buttons here. So pocket tens, definitely going to open them. And here now, because I checked, I'm gonna check again. On the left bottom, and with a 9 coming there, it's hard for me to win that hand. But okay, he now bets. I think now I have a fold. As I said, it's hard for me to win the hand. So ace 9 suited on the top right. And that is a call against the button open. This gives us a gut shot and an over. He goes quite big. I mean, I can call here with my ace high. The jack is not a great card for my range, but it's great for my hand because we now have a straight. There are two flush draws out there. I mean, he bets, and he bets quite big, but the thing is, there is no reason for me to raise. If I raise now, I don't think that I will get called by anything weaker, and unfortunately the flush comes in now, which is not great. I will... Shall I bet this? I think he most likely doesn't have a... Or he most likely has an ace himself as well. And because of that, we're chopping anyway. So no point in betting. He now bets big. Problem is I'm calling only for a chop here. I'm calling to win 12.5 and I have to pay 18, but I still can't. I can't fold. It's unlikely that he has the backdoor flush. And what does he have? He has the ace as well. Yeah, so much ado about nothing. So shall we play a fifth table? Okay, let's try to do 5 tables today. The action is quite slow, so I don't mind having an extra table. Although here we have to wait for a while until it's our turn anyway. So what do we have here? 3-4. I am gonna join the fray with this low suited connector. Normally I would say just don't bother playing suited connectors in multi-way pots because you can get overflushed, but I think specifically with these small ones, even solvers like them, and at these stakes I don't mind. But we pretty much whiff this one completely. And what do we have here? We have a limper, a poster, a big raise, so I am going to just fold. So I'm gonna take some notes on players, just saying that is a limper. Here 9-10 off is a fold. Here 3-4 is obviously a fold to this big bet. Ace deuce off, not a hand I'm gonna bother playing. Yeah, so I was saying, if you're interested, if you have CoinPoker account, just join me, say hi here in the comments, and maybe try to play at the same table with me. And if you don't have CoinPoker, then I would recommend you get it because it seems pretty much up and coming, and I have just joined them as a partner, which means that you can also benefit from this. You can get 150% bonus for signing up to $2,000. So if you deposit, I'm gonna fold my pocket fours. If you deposit $2,000, you get $5,000 in credit here. So that is pretty cool, I think. And obviously, you don't have to um, credit your account with $2,000. You can do whatever you want, and you still get 150% up to that amount of 2,000. So if you put in 100, you'll get $250 in credit. And also, on top of that, you get 33% rake back for all the rake that you pay on the site, which is a flat rake. Apparently, they pay out every Monday, and that is amazing because normally on most other platforms you have to jump through so many hoops to get that. And to be honest, I never understood it on like PokerStars and GG Poker. I never quite fully understood how the money gets distributed, who can get that, and so on. So I am really thrilled about this opportunity now with the flat 33% rake back that CoinPoker pays. So I'll be very interested in seeing how that works. But yeah, sounds pretty good to me. And I think if you play, well, basically any stakes, if you play online poker, I think it is worth joining CoinPoker. But I will do honest reviews. So even though I'm a partner with them, I'm not gonna blindly recommend everything. So at this point, I'm saying it all sounds really good, and that is why I have joined them. But I will see for myself in the next few weeks and I guess months how this all is, and if everything is as great as it sounds, then there's absolutely no reason why not to recommend them. So yeah, stay tuned, keep watching, and even better, keep playing. Okay, but enough about that. Let's try to get back to the games, although it's a bit slow at the moment, the action. I don't know what's going on here. I have my King 10 off, which I will just have to fold either way. But there is this guy who is just taking ages. And here I'm still far on this new table. I still haven't played a single hand, but I think in the next hand this will be me. Right, Jack 10, is that suited? No, that's unsuited, so I have to fold it. It's a bit hard to tell the suit sometimes when I have such a small screen. Here, King 10, I said I was going to fold, so I am folding. And come on. Yeah, I wonder how many tables I should actually play for the streams. Like at the moment, 4 to 5 seems fine. I can't really fit more tables on my screen, which is why maybe this is it. But I will experiment. Maybe I'll try to add a 6th one. Ooh, Ace Queen is a pretty good hand. Definitely want to open this one, especially the suited variant, but I mean ace queen obviously is an open in any position. And we're waiting. Right, so we're gonna play our first hand here. Okay, we are getting 3-bet by the button. I think nothing else to do than to call. And here I'm folding my ace-5. Oh, look at this, top pair, top kicker, which is not too shabby. And he checked. Now I am going to go, and I'm gonna go big like this. He might have jacks or tens, and he will probably call once, no matter how big I make it, unless it's a silly big size. King Jack, I'm going to go to something like this, and sadly he folded when I had my ace queen. That is not good news at all, but that means he probably just didn't have anything then. Right, this, we're out of position against the limper. I have to start with a range check, and now I can go with a bet here. I'm gonna go quite big and just hope that I'll fold out whatever he has, and if not, at least I have 2 overcards and I can still improve. But we do get the fold, which is excellent. Pocket sevens here, but this guy went all in for 103 big blinds. Well, oh wow, look at this action. Raise, 3-bet, cold, 4-bet, all in. Interesting. Very interesting. And King Jack again. What's twice in a row? Where are we? Down here. Pocket deuces in the small blind. Won't call that. And here against the same player, we are in position this time though, and we have top pair, and he donks. He donks for half pot. Nothing else to do than to call. I don't think King Jack is strong enough to raise. Another king is not too bad. So he donks again for half pot. I mean, again, nothing. I don't think I want to raise this one and scare him off. So definitely calling. Look at this now. We have the nuts. And now he checks when we have the nuts. Unfortunately, I'm afraid he might have diamonds. But if he's slow playing something, could he be slow playing? I'm gonna overbet this one. If he has a king, he will never fold it, but he did fold, so I think he just had nothing there. Right, so king 3 suited, I raised that in the small blind on this table. And what happened in the top left? I'm out. Somehow they kicked me out there. I didn't even realize that. Okay, what happened there? Did I... Right here, we are gonna raise pocket fives. Yeah, I kind of missed what happened here, but I am not here anymore, so I can... Well, I'll just join the waiting list again, and then I'll move this table. Fold. Yeah, so still a lot of issues for me here getting used with the software, with everything. I'm really not used to all of this. but we are getting there. I think I'm gonna do a lot of streams, I think probably twice a week on this channel, and then I'll also have something on my other channel. And so I will definitely get used to these things here. And also I will do some giveaways as well. Okay, we have middle, top, bottom set, I mean. So we are gonna start with a check. And look at this guy, he just jammed. He just jammed, amazing. I gave him rope and he just jammed 93 big blinds for 8 big blinds in the middle. So I think this will be an easy call. And he probably has a flush draw. No, he has his top pair. Okay, well, that's easy money. Happy with that. Take it. That happens rarely enough. Okay, here, top left, just calling the half pot with middle pair. Now we have an open ender as well. Ace 10 on the bottom right is a raise. And he bets just over half pot. We still have, well, still have a decent pair. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's a pair. And we have the open ender. Sadly, the 10 is no good for us. I have to just check fold probably if it triple barrels. I mean, yeah, can't really see a scenario where I would call a triple barrel. So even though he might be aggressive, but all we beat is like a complete bluff. Yes, the spades missed, but on the other hand, actually, let me think. Like he triple barreled. Like what would you triple barrel with? With a 10 or? But even an overpair might not necessarily. Actually, I'm talking myself into calling this now because also it's the price is pretty good. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call this one. What is, yeah, oh, he did have the 10. Okay, well, that's the one thing, so that's why normally I don't like calling triple barrels. That was what I said, but the thing is I talked myself into a call in the end because, as I said, I didn't think that he would bet an overpair there on 3 streets once the 10 pairs the board. And so that means that he either had a 10 or better, or a bluff. And there were quite a few bluffs there, even though triple barreling normally are triple barrels are under bluffed. But he did have a no, he could have had a flush draw or just any other nonsense. So I didn't mind it, especially because the price that he gave me was okay. I needed to be good around 30% of the time or just under, and I just thought I would have that. But he did have the 10, unfortunately. Right, so we can fold this one. 10-6 is a fold in the big blind. Queen 8 is a fold early position, and Queen 6 is a fold in the big blind. Okay, pocket 10s, bottom left. So yeah, let me know in the comments maybe what you think, how many tables I should play, because I'm really open to that at the moment. Pocket 8s, I am going to 3-bet these. A7, I will 3-bet this as well. And pocket tens, I will go to something like 8.5. Okay, here we're gonna check. A7, oh, we got 2 customers. I'm gonna c-bet it. This guy now bets really big, bets pot, so I'm out. And here I'm getting raised, so fold. This one definitely didn't work out. Folding this, and here we are. Where's the big blind? Do we not have a big blind? What's this? Is there only a small blind in this hand? That's weird. Okay, and now there is no small blind. Interesting. Right, here we're calling pocket deuces. 9-4 is a fold. 6-4 is a fold. We can check our deuces again. And we will check again. I just don't want to rush it. Here it's a fold. Here we check them. Okay. Got some. Okay, here we're heads up now on the bottom right. But I hope that new players are coming. Queen 7 suited. Call out of position. Check. And he bets small. I will float this one. Where are we here? Pocket sevens. Ace jack will be a raise. And here we check. Queen 9, I'm going to fold. He bets again here, which is a fold. Pocket sevens, I will c-bet small. Right, this is not a great board for me, so I will just check behind. We have overs. He bets quite big. He is short stacked. I'm just gonna. Am I gonna fold this? I'm gonna fold this. Here we're getting raised. Definitely calling with pocket sevens. Now the jack pairs, which is good news for me because this should make him slow down, and it means that it's less likely that he has a deuce or a jack now. I mean, it's not doesn't make him less likely that he has a deuce, but this I don't quite like, that he goes so big. He now pots it. Still, I think I want to bluff catch for now. The ace. I mean, if he bets big now, he's basically telling me that he has a jack. But he checks, and when he checks, I'm okay. I just hope that he doesn't have the ace, but that would be okay. Yeah, he did have the ace. Okay. Well, he got there in the end, but my call on the turn was fine. But yeah, that's how poker goes sometimes. You do everything right, and then you still lose because he sucks out on you with his 3-outer. So it's about 6.5% equity on the turn when he potted it, and then he hit his miracle card on the river. Okay, so here on this table I'm now on my own. That's good to see. I managed to get rid of everyone. So let's still keep the table open. Maybe someone will join me. Any of you guys out there want to join me maybe? Queen 10, but we're not in a great position. Okay, so Cydrus asks, I'm just wondering if Swedish players can play on this site and get access to Rakeback. Yes, they can. So I think everyone can. I can double check that for you, but as far as I know, virtually anyone can. Like, no matter where you are based, you can join the site and you are also eligible for Rakeback. I am pretty sure that is the case because even American players can do it. And they are among the most restricted. So here I'm 3-betting ace queen, big blind versus small blind. Yes, sorry, I'm only seeing the chat now, which is why I'm replying this. So Cider says we are not getting rakeback in my country, and I also wonder if I need to deposit money or I can't play any free rolls. So I think you can play free rolls. You do not have to deposit any money. You can do that. I mean, I played a free roll yesterday when my account wasn't credited yet, and I was able to do it. So I'm pretty sure you can do it as well. And I think the rakeback thing is they don't like CoinPoker doesn't really care whether you have you get rakeback or not. No, sorry, that's not what I meant to say. CoinPoker, I was just distracted. Sorry, CoinPoker doesn't care where you are. Really, you can sign up anonymously. That's the beauty of it. You can just join with just depositing cryptocurrency, and you are still eligible to get that. And yeah, I mean, if it's a legal thing in your country that you're not allowed to get rake back, then that is a different story. But I still think that you are eligible to get rake back from CoinPoker. The question is only if your country allows that or not. And if not, then well, then you you shouldn't do it. But on the other hand, I do not think that there is a way to find out, but obviously don't quote me on that. And that's not for me to decide or to say or to recommend anything. Like, I always recommend doing the thing that's legal and that's right for you. So just check. But as I said, I think you would be eligible to get the rake back from CoinPoker. The question is just if your authorities would allow that. Yeah, and hey Goober, hi. I hope you're still here because I see I've lost a few viewers, which might be because it's been a bit boring here. Also, I've not been doing the best job of keeping track on the tables here. I've kind of be timed out, and then I think I was sitting out, and then what happened with that was that I even got kicked out of one table. Well, I'm still going here with 4 tables, so that is still alright. So yeah, I'm also going to stream some tournaments here. I'm gonna play some, I don't know what kind of tournaments and when they will be, but I will definitely do that. So that is something I'm definitely interested in doing. So here I isolated this player with my king jack and I made it 5.5x in position. I would have made it even bigger out of position. I think it's good, especially in late position, to isolate weaker players for quite big sizes. I think that is really a good thing to do, because you just put a lot more money into the pot at the beginning, you have position, and that is just good for the remainder of the hand. Here I called with pocket deuces and a multi-way pot, but on this flop I will just check fold. Once Gorillas has decided what they want to do, so we both check to the aggressor. Well, that's great here on the bottom left. He had aces against ace 8 and he hit the set, the other guy hit top pair, and they got it in for all the money. So where are we here? 6-4 we have to fold, and 10-8 off is very marginal. I'm gonna fold it and move this rake structure. 10 deuce, we can safely fold. 7-3 as well. Okay, ace 8 against the button raise, bottom left eye is a fold. So yeah, I'm trying to play kind of like in terms of ranges, I'll try to play roughly GTO ranges if I don't have any exploits to make, but I will always look into making exploits wherever I can. One of them is here. King 10 off is a marginal open in GTO, and because of the rake structure, it is not an open for me. In the hijack, it would be in the cutoff. Sadly, we didn't get any action with... Ooh, look at this. This is interesting. I've never seen this. We basically have 3 blinds here now. So this guy, he decided to post from, well, whatever this position is. I mean, it is the small blind, but not really, because he is the small blind. So he is in between the button and the small blind. What is that? The tiny blind? The quarter blind? Oh, that is just so weird. Okay, and he raises. I have an easy call with queen jack off, and look at this beautiful flop, flopping the nuts, and he bets. Is there any reason in raising? No, because this is actually a monotone flop. I didn't even recognize it as such, so it wasn't quite that good, and the king is really not great. And he shoves now. I mean, I still have, like, yes, I can still lose here, but it's a weak player. I'm just never gonna fold. Also, I have the jack of spades, the royal flush draw, so I have to call here. And he has pocket queens, and we split. Oh, this is just really annoying. We split. I was miles ahead when I called the river shove, but unfortunately he got there with another 6 outer, so it's the second time today that I'm getting, not 6 outer, 6% or 3 outer. The second time today that I'm getting 3 outed. Not good, not good. Absolutely not good. And this is not great either. I could bet, I can check, whichever is fine. And he checks again. It's pretty good news. I will just check this one down. I don't think I can get a lot of value. And he checks it again. So I'm pretty sure I'll win this one when I check, but I don't think I can get called by anything weaker. So, yep, that's it. I have an easy check back, and we win. And why are we sitting out here again? What's happening? It's something not right. Or am I just incapable of keeping track of not timing out all the time? Right, we have another poster here, and sadly there is a raise. I am going to raise my 5-6 suited here now. Where are we? Okay, folding this. Getting 3-bet, but fairly small 3-bet to 8 big blinds. And this is then an easy call. And look at this beautiful flop. This is amazing. Oh no, sorry, I was out of position and it wasn't such a small thing, but that's pretty good. And the question is, if he bets now, do I want to check raise? I think I can go either way with middle pair and such a great draw. I can go either way. I think I'm gonna go like, let's do this. Let's go with a big one, because if he has just ace king or so, then I can protect against this, and if we need to get it in, I'm okay with that too, because I have a lot of equity and we got it through anyway, so that is good. Okay, ace 8 will be a fold in the hijack. Ace queen could be a nice one in the big blind. 7-5 suited is a fold after a 3-bet. Right, there's a raise to 3 big blinds. Shall we raise? I think I'm just gonna call this one, play it passively. Here, 10-8 off. I'll call against this guy, and he now pots it here. This is definitely a call. And here I'll just fold to a pot size bet with my ace high. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a gut shot. Blind versus blind, but he now bets pretty big, and with a gut shot, when he bets this big, I just prefer to fold. King 6. I mean, it's not quite GTO to raise, but I think players tend to overfold big blind. So I was happy to raise there. Here's the action where we need to make a decision. Bottom right, we're getting called in 2 places, and we have to just check this one on this board where we have a backdoor, and it's getting just worse and worse. So just checking again. And we have to fold. Okay, queen 10 off. This will be an interesting one. This guy posted and he is short stacked, and now he raised, so then we can easily get out of the way. Ooh, pocket kings. That's an exciting one up here. Top right. Come on. Unfortunately, not much action, but now raising. Let's see if we can get any action. Or is everyone just a nit? Ooh, look, we are getting raised. That is good news. So gonna raise this one to about 20 to 50. Could actually have shoved because he is quite short stacked. He only started the hand with 76.5 big blinds. Should actually have shoved then, but it's okay. And he folds. Okay. Yeah, the nits have come to CoinPoker as well. No, but the games are good here. Like, I know it's just 2NL, but they are good. Right, we have a6 off, which means we'll just fold. 7-5 will also just fold. Here we have 9-8 off. Ace 10, and there is an early position raise, so I am going to make this one 6 big blinds. Isolate this player who calls. Okay, here we are raising. Okay, here gonna go with a range bet, and here I've timed out once again. This is just insane. I just can't keep my eyes open on this table on the top left by the looks of it. But we won the hand with ace 10 suited in the 3-bet pot, so that is good news. Now we have king 6 offsuit in the big blind. There is a raise, and this is the type of hand where I'm happy to just raise myself. I'll make it 9 big blinds. Ace deuce off is a fold, and we won the hand with a king 6 off. So this guy, we can label him a limper. This is my new lingo for a non-crusher. So Con says good luck, so thank you very much. So let's see what's happening here. This one, ace 3 off, kind of marginal, but I'm on the button. I want to open this marginal hand against 2 recreational players. And not a great board for me, but I'm still going to c-bet this. I think c-betting is profitable at these stakes. Now we have a pair. Do we have any showdown value? I think we do, because there are enough. There are enough draws out there, but now he bets pretty big on the river. Yes, there are some draws that bricked. He's saying he has a jack there when he bets this big. I think I want to call this one. And yep, he had a gut shot that he turned into a bluff. So that's a nice line that's quite over bluffed actually. They call the flop, then the turn goes check check, and then they bet the river. So that was a good call that I made there. Happy with that. Jack 8 is a fold. Here we have ace jack, so we can finally play a hand on this top left table where we normally just time out. Okay, king 7 suited. I will fold this one because of the rake. The rake is quite high at 2NL. And what do we have here? Queen 10 is suited. We can go. I'm gonna raise this one. And here, this guy just donks, and he donks pot, which I don't like. But we do have a gut shot, so I'm definitely calling this one. Here I can just go with a range bet. What do we have here? Okay, we can check this one. This guy now checked. I'm gonna check behind. And here I'm just gonna fold because I have too much open. Here I'm gonna bet. And he checked the river again, so now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to get him to call with a king there. But he folded. So yeah, I folded the one hand where I had king jack there to the c-bet because I had 3 tables going at once, and that was the least promising one. That was basically just me bluff catching, and because of that I just thought, like, I'm not losing much EV by folding to the c-bet there. Right here, king 9, we're getting 3-bet by the big blind. That's a fold here. Oh no, I checked my ace king, guys. Again, I timed out. Right here, I'm getting 3-bet. This I have to call. Here, now I want to check my ace king. And checking. And here I can just check the ace king down. Well, not anymore now, because now I can just try to, let's just go big. Right, and here he makes it quite big. I do have a club, but not a great one, so just gonna fold. Folding here as well. Where are we? This one, have to fold, ace 10. There is a raise, so I'm going to make this one 8 big blinds. And here I'm going to make this one 7 big blinds. This is stressful now. Oh, here we are. This is where it's beeping. Okay, a7 off will be a fold. Here I made it quite big, and now I am going to start with a check. And this guy now jammed the big blind, cold jammed with ace 10. I have a fold. And now here I have... Okay, this is... I'm gonna just check my option, and look at this, we got a flush. So I'm gonna overbet this one. I've under-repped my hand, and he could still have quite a few hands that he wants to call with, but unfortunately he doesn't. Okay, here we got a king. I am going to start with a small bet. Here I'm gonna fold, and this guy called me. 10-8 is a fold for me here. Now I'm gonna go a bit bigger. I am gonna go 6. I don't think I need to overbet this one because I think I will get a lot of folds. But he now min clicks it, and because I have absolutely nothing, I am going to fold. Here I checked on 997. He makes it quite big, so when he makes it that big, we're out of position. I have to fold. King 10 suited is a raise. Yeah, so if you're just joining now, welcome. We are getting 3-bet tiny by this guy. Actually, no, it's not tiny, sorry, he is in position. But I do have King 10 suited, so I'm going to call. And I have flopped top pair with not a great kicker, but he bet small, definitely nothing else to do for me than to call this one. Continuing checking here, obviously gonna raise my ace king, and he now bets big again, which I really don't love. I think this is already quite marginal, but I am going to call again. And now with the ace there, that's really not great. Let's see what he does. He checks and he... Again, I got 3 outed. This is the 3rd time today that I am getting 3 outed. This is just insane. Okay, where are we? Oh, here we are getting... Oh, I folded ace king. No! This is just it's this table where I keep sitting out. I think I'm just gonna go away from this one because I just don't have a time bank, and I didn't see this. I didn't see that I got 3-bet, and so I folded my... Okay, here this guy continues barreling, so I think I just want to bluff him now and pretend to have a 9. Because I just don't think he has a 9. And he folded indeed, so that's what I expected. Okay, so this was really annoying that I folded my ace king there. I would not have wanted to do that at all. But yeah, I guess that's it. When you get used to a new site, you sometimes make mistakes that you normally wouldn't make. So where are we? We are here, 9-7, folding this one. So that Microsoft would love my perspective. That's what they're telling me now in the middle of a live stream. Well, thanks Microsoft. Look, I got aces, Microsoft, so this is pretty good. So I'm going to 3-bet my aces, obviously. So here, left folding. Let's see. Come on, someone 4-bet me. Gorillas just folded. Wah, 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 wah. So on this stream, I am going to do all sorts of stakes. I am going to look at this. There is normally I would just fold this, but because there was a limper and then an ISO to 2 big blinds, I'm just gonna 3-bet my ace-10. I just don't think that either of these two players have a strong hand. Unless the limper re-raises me, then I will fold. But otherwise, I just don't think that he will have that. But look, this guy now min-clicked it again. Or not quite min-clicked it, but he doubled it. I'm folding. And this is annoying. And this guy called now, and I'm getting such good odds, but I have a terrible hand for a multi-way pot. But still, I'm just getting way too good a price. So I am calling, and I have a gut shot. So going to check. You're calling this in position. Folding to the c-bet. Okay, they both checked, so there was quite a bit of checking going on. So, where can I ever? The SPR is just not big enough for me to do anything. If the SPR were bigger, I would have bluffed at it. But now, I mean, they really don't have much. This guy could still have queens, though. I think he probably has queens or tens, because he queens. Yep, that's it. And I don't think I would have gotten him off queens. And this guy, Jack 10 off, as I suspected, he did not have a great hand when he isolated the limper there. So yeah, my hand reading has been okay tonight, I think. So I'm all right with that part of the game. Ace 4 suited, top left. King 8 off on the button, just about a raise. Ace 8 off. So I'd be curious if anyone who's watching this, have you guys ever played on CoinPoker? Just leave a comment if you have, or if you haven't, you're welcome to leave a comment as well. But I would just be interested to see if anyone has played here, because I think it seems to be a pretty good site. Well, definitely gonna try and check it out more over the next few months. Seven six suited in the big blind. So this guy, Gorillas, is raised. And now we have a call. I think I don't want to squeeze here. These are both recreational players. I mean, I think everyone's a recreational player at this level. So I'm just gonna call with my 7-6, and I completely whiff the flop, which means that I will just check fold. Queen Jack on this board, not great. He c-bets quite big, definitely gonna float in position with 2 overs, and we flop the queen, and I'm gonna check because I don't think I'll get 2 streets of value, but this 9 really isn't great. I will have to call if he bets. He doesn't bet. I am going to bet a little bit more than of pot. I'm gonna go pretty big with my top pair because I think a 6 can call me, pocket 10s can call me, pocket jacks, and we win. I don't see what he had. I don't think there is a way to see what he had either, but I mean, we did win, so that's fine. Okay, I folded. I timed out what I would have folded anyway. Small blind with a 7 there. So also another question that I have for you guys is would it be of interest for you if I streamed like for a lot longer? Because I'm thinking of potentially doing that. Well, first let me just raise the A7 off here. So I'm thinking of doing like 3-4 hour streams just to get into the flow of it. Obviously they will be a bit slower, like they won't be manic for all the time, and I wouldn't expect everyone to, or anyone really, to watch the streams for the full 4 hours, but maybe for a while, and I know other streamers do that. King 7 suited is a call. The top left. If he bets, this is a great check raise candidate, but he did not do that. So what I'm doing now is I am going to bet small on this turn and then bet really big on the river. Gonna go something like, no, not 2x pot, but similar to that. Because I don't think he has a very strong range there when he checks the flop, then calls a small bet on the turn, but that's hardly any filtering. That could still be ace high there. That could be maybe... Oh, he did call though, unfortunately. And yeah, he rivered the jack. So that was the thing, like, okay, when he rivers the jack, but again, I got this time not 3 outered, but 6 outered. But that's the one thing, of course, that could always happen. But my read was right that he didn't have anything. I was actually ahead when I bet the turn with my king high, and he still called me with queen high there. But then he happened to luck into the jack on the river, and that's what made him win the hand. Ooh, my connection is slow. How is that? I wouldn't have expected that. I normally have pretty good connectivity here, but the game seemed to hold up, so I don't mind. So, hi Dave Vinyl Music. Hi. Great to have you here in my new home. Okay, my connection is back to normal. That is good news. Thank you, CoinPoker. So 9-8 off. We haven't had a really nice hand for a while, I think, but I think I've been able to show you guys a few interesting spots. And Jack 8 off is of course a fold. So we're gonna do another 10-15 minutes here before we wrap it up for today. And yeah, as I said, let me know any feedback, what you think about this format, if you'd like any longer ones, what kind of stakes you'd want me to play, because I'm probably going to play everything between 2 NL and 100 NL, maybe even 200 NL. I'm going to stream some tournaments soon as well. Haven't quite figured out yet what I want to play, but I will play some tournaments. But yeah, let's do this bankroll challenge here. Let's see if we can make some money. Ace 9 off is a fold. Ace Jack off in the big blind. This could be an interesting one. Okay, it might be the two of us again, this guy. He raises, and this time I'm going to 3-bet him. With my ace jack off, he has raised every time in the small blind. Ooh, look at this. Set of eights against aces and ace king on king 9-8. Okay, we get the fold to our ace jack, which is great. Okay, ace king. Let's open this one and try not to botch it this time. Okay, here I am going to 3-bet my ace 8 suited against this pathetic 2x open. And as I've said before, this is an exploit. Normally players just open way too wide when they min click it on the button, and predictably he folded. I think this is probably one of my best exploits that I've noticed at the low stakes. Whenever someone min raises on the button, they are almost always really weak. Sometimes they can do it with the nuts, so yes, it's possible, but most of the times they will be really weak, and I just attack them with anything. Like, not if I have a 9 deuce off like here in this one on the top right, but anything else. Okay, here I raised, and I am going to c-bet this with my ace deuce. This guy called. I am going to check, and he now bets quite small. I think this might be a 10. The question is if I can ever get this player to fold, but I am definitely trying. I'm gonna make it 16 because I just don't think he has a big hand, and he did fold in the end, which is great news. It's good for my red line, even though I can't really see my red line because I do not use any stats, but this is like more proper poker, more street poker, less fancy numbers from Poker Tracker. King 10, yeah, this is another one of those that I will. Well, actually, he is short stacked. I don't want to do that. Well, I do, because he's still 40 big blinds. If he jams, then I'm out, obviously. But I think, as I said, when they make it 2 big blinds, I think they're probably quite weak. And again, I got it through. Okay, ace jack on the button. Okay, 6 is against 2 players on this specific board. Pretty bad. Like, there are so many cards that connect with this one. So I'm not going to c-bet. And now, yeah, not ideal, but I have to check. I mean, it's ideal that they checked, don't get me wrong. This 8 is not good either, though. I would be amazed if I win this one, but then again, they both checked, and I do win it. Look at this. This guy had ace jack. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. We are doing all right pretty much on every table out of the ones that I can see here. So yeah, I will show you the results at the end. As I said, I can't use Poker Tracker, so what I have to do is I know that I had $500 in my account when I first started the stream, and I will have to see how much I have left when we finish this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, well, first I have to play this hand. Okay, he now donks. Okay, then I'm just gonna call with my ace king. And he now donks even bigger, which is not, I mean, it's not a donk anymore, but he bets big. Okay, but I still have to call with my ace king. And let's see what happens now. And he now makes it really big again. So he triple barrels this one. Ah, pot. Am I ever good a third of the time here? Am I ever good a third of the time? Also, I block the king of diamonds. I have ace king. Okay, so CoinPoker folded for me. I think it was close, like whatever. I don't think it's a big mistake to call. It's not a big mistake to fold. I think it's so close that I am fine. Here I am going to isolate this player, not that big though, to 6 big blinds with my ace-5 suited. And then, okay, here I'm just going to leave this one. And on this table, with the option, sit out next big blind. Oh, he did call. I am going to make this one a small bet. So I want to sit out next big blind here as well. Okay, he folded there, that's fine. And sit out this big blind as well. So just stay tuned for the results. They're coming imminently. Let's just finish up these 3 tables. Okay, we have ace jack one more time. I think it's the 3rd time here on this table. Okay, and king 10 suit offsuit might also be a playable hand. Well, not if there's a raise there. I have to fold, that's fine. Ace jack on 10-5-5. I could go either way. I am going to c-bet it though. I can get him to fold a hand like king queen, king 9, 8-7. Any of that is a result. And if he calls, I still have decent outs. So then there's 2 tables left. We have 10-8 suited there, which we can fold. Let's make these a little bit bigger now. So I think I might have one more hand on this table and yeah, probably a couple more, 3 more on this one, but that's fine. Okay, so if you like this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, all of the usual things. I normally don't say these things, but it does help with these streams to get promoted a bit more. And as I said, I would like to do a lot more of these in future. So if you liked it, it would be great to support me a little. And soon I will try to add a camera so that you can see me as well and maybe have a little better graphics, because all of this has been a little on the slim side so far. Okay, last hand on this table. I can fold. I am out. So this is... Yep, I want to close them. And I have one table left. Oops. Let's see. This was this here. I am on 497. Well, am I... Did I even win any money? I might not have won any money. This here will be 244. 60, yeah, I was slightly losing. Ace 4 suited, let's raise this. But yeah, I mean, this was a trial session. I folded ace king off there, so that wasn't great. I made a couple of mistakes that I didn't see the right stack sizes, but I think overall it's not too bad. I'm okay with how I played. Again, for example, this was a mistake. I only raised it 2 big blinds when there was a limper here or like a poster. I did not see that, but it's okay. If Gorillas doesn't raise us, then it's all good. But sadly, this is a terrible flop for my hand, even though it's not terrible for my range, but there are still way too many cards that connect.